gentlemen, boys and girls, Davey just messed me up. I was supposed to do the announcement, but this man said to pull my shorts down, but they're tiny little shorts, so I'm gonna look like I'm naked no matter what.
Yeah, your ball sack almost came
My
out.
nutsack is out.
Yeah, is it cold in here?
My little nutsack is out. Boy, this is Nutsack Monday. What day is it?
Nutsack Monday is crazy. Nutsack Monday is crazy. Maybe in cell block C, but I don't know what's going on. Nutsack Monday is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the chiseled Adonis, with the non-nutsack exposed serial entrepreneur, Filipino Prince Tycoon. Non-nutsack exposed Renee Lacotte. This is yet another episode of the Assiduous podcast, where we're not talking about male appendages. Thank the Lord, we are not. But
I was thinking about like a day that starts with an N, and I couldn't find one, so I was like, "This is Nutsack Mondays."
Yeah, Nutsack Monday is crazy. Nutsack, and today's Tuesday. So, Nutsack Monday is wild.
That was yesterday.
Good Lord, yeah, Nutsack Monday was yesterday. Nutsack Monday was next. I don't know why a punch buggy just popped into my head for no reason. Yeah, like, you know, the Volkswagen. Why do we do that as kids?
Because they look like nutsacks?
They do. They do. It looked like what, a testicle apiece. Very confusing.
Punch buggy? Why do we do that as kids? Kids are fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I remember we used to play, but you used to be able to save them up.
Yes! Yeah, it was that. It was the gill for the back of the neck, the punch buggy that you could pretty much charge up. Like, I owe you one. And then the next time you see somebody, just fucking like line them up for the birthday punches. Whatever age you were was the amount of punches that you would get throughout the day.
Oh, yeah, I loved it when my grandma turned 60.
Oh, my God. It was crazy, bro. Like, it was ridiculous. Oh my God! I wonder if Floyd Mayweather did that when he was dealing with his ex. But that's not what we're talking about. But one way or another, you know, it was we did childhood, man. We used to do some bullying shit.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's so fun. Kids are savages. Like, kids are the funniest fucking people because they don't give no fucks. They're just like what we all should be.
Right? No filter.
No filter.
And it's done. Although there are, I think, when it comes to like when you're a kid and you're bullying each other.
Yeah.
When you're doing it to each other and you're still friends, I think it comes from a pure place. Like when you're willfully picking on somebody, then it has nefarious background to it. But I think it's very pure to just be able to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Because you're not trying to be anyone else. Like, you're being yourself.
Right,
100%.
you're being yourself.
I think society makes you apologetic for being yourself, or they make you a little shy. When you're a kid, you don't give a fuck. You just do what you want to do.
Right, because if you think about it, when you're with your friends who you can make fun of and they can make fun of you, and although it comes off to somebody from the outside looking in as incredibly judgmental or whatever the case is, more often than not, it's some of the most pure moments that you have in your life. Yeah. Because if you think about it, when you're joking around with your friends, that's when you feel almost like the most alive. Like, you just walk outside, you're shooting the shit, joking, roasting each other. That shit's hilarious. You have the most fun. It's some of the most fondest memories that I ever had.
Yeah, for sure. That's why kids, they're so happy too. They're like, you look at a kid, they're full of happiness. You know, it's because they're allowed to just do whatever the fuck they want. So I love it. Kids say the most out-of-pocket shit too. Because, like, kids will walk up to a stranger and be like, "Why do you look funny?" Mm-hmm. And, like, the stranger will be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like,
when I was in, was it LA or was it Phoenix? I think I was in Phoenix. And I was at this random party that I had found on, like, Groupon. I was looking for activities for different things to do. No, it was Eventbrite. That's what it was. I went to, like, a random, it was just I went, why would I say Groupon? But it was on Eventbrite.
Craigslist.
I was, well, could you imagine?
Events?
Yeah, probably. Facebook events, people would just link up, go places. But I went on Eventbrite. It was some random party because I was just looking for stuff to do. Because anytime I travel, I'll have certain things that I have to do. Yeah. And then I'll wing it for the rest of the shit. Because I feel like that's very fun. Like, if you just wing it. So I just went on Eventbrite. I saw something was going on. I went. And I was the only black guy that was there. Nothing but white folks that's in there. And it was very fun. It was incredibly hot. But it was very fun. But then this lady and her son was there. The kid was like, "Why are you so dark?" And I looked at the guy. I'm like, yo, but it never dawned. I'm like, well, this might be. It looked like it had to be 4. I think the kid had to be like 4. So
it's like a 22-year-old.
Right. And the mother came from like the mother came from like a gated community. They grew up incredibly Catholic, whatever the case. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, what's the probability of this kid, encountering maybe a black person or whatever the case was?
Black person he's ever seen.
Might have been the first one that they ever seen,
bro.
So, or at least the one that you can comprehend, because when we were all all kids. We all have that moment where we finally like, oh, we're alive. I think I can remember things or something. So when they said, why are you so dark? In the moment, I was like, what is going on?
That's crazy.
And it took me, I was so taken aback. Because I'm like, how do I respond to this?
What did you say?
Huh?
Well,
I'm like, I guess there's nothing I can do. I'm brown. I'm this color. I'm black. You're white. So when I was looking at the kid,
but that's not a good answer to a
why are
4-year-old.
you? No, because I was so taken aback by it. I didn't know how to react in the moment. Had it been an adult, I think my wittiness would have activated. But because it was a kid, it was so pure. Because it didn't come from a place of like there was no.
What did the mom do? She laugh?
Yeah, she was like, oh my God, don't say that or whatever. But because me being I like those kinds of moments.
Yeah.
Because it's so random, and if you say it in public, the first thing that comes to mind is, ooh, you're not supposed to do that. But in moments like that, I love that shit.
It's the intention, I think. When you're an adult, you know better, so you know not to fucking.
But from a spectator's perspective, because it's been said to somebody else, I think I've been, oh my God, yo, I mean, because it was said to me, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. So I have to be able to deal with this situation. The fuck do I do right? So I was like, I paused for like 3 seconds. I'm like, well, I was born this color, you're born white, and then I just moved on from there. She's like, well, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, I might be the first black person he's ever seen. And then she's like, no, we've seen other. I don't know why he said that.
We've seen other
ones. She didn't say it like that. Like, yeah, we've seen other ones. Like, no, I know some black people. Right. There's been a ton of Negroes I've seen. They've been inside of me. So one way or another, she was. It was so wild, man. It might be the last time I ever go to a party off of Eventbrite, but I don't even remember what the theme of the party was. That's the one memory that I take away. Meet the Negro party.
You were at the event, bro. You were at the event.
Maybe I was. I walked. It could have been like Get Out.
Lining up to come meet me. It was great.
It could have been like Get Out. Like they were just.
They were tipping me. I don't know.
It was crazy. No, think about it. That I could have got murdered that night. Who goes to just a random party on Eventbrite? I'm the only Negro there. All right, well. Like, yeah, we're here. We have the tap dancer here for it. Wait, who you guys talking about? You talking about me? That shit was crazy. But yeah, kids innocent. And I'm very curious what these next 15 years are gonna look like with the influx of social media, with people not having the ability to get rid of their digital footprint. So the roasting from children is about to be fucking crazy because it's already started.
It's gonna be bad.
It's already started.
Like, imagine a kid going up to, like, the teasing was bad when we were kids and they had no access.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now imagine a kid going up to another kid and be like, yo, I saw your mom taking it in the butt. Bruh.
Yeah.
And I sent it to everyone.
Right.
Bruh.
Right. Because before.
They would do that. They would literally, like, because I know when I was a kid, this is so bad, but there was a girl, she got, I really hope she doesn't watch this. I don't know. A dude, like, nutted on her face. I felt real bad. She was like a freshman. The dude was like a senior.
Oh, they got the tape?
And he got it on film, showed everyone in the fucking school, and it became a whole thing. Like, I saw it, and it was none of my business. Now I see, I'm like, okay, do it, whatever, not my business.
Yeah.
As a fucking like 13, 14-year-old, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I told everybody, like, bro, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Like, yo, have you seen this?
Everyone just spreading.
We share it to everyone. Yeah.
Because you're all chill. I'm when you're a kid, I guess.
As a child, yeah.
It's just pornography.
It's not child pornography because you're a child.
Right.
I guess it would
still can get charged with child pornography. Like,
as a child?
Yes.
No, yeah, because you're not supposed to share it amongst. Right. It's not something that you're supposed to go in.
So that's my question. Like, I don't know, because like if an 11-year-old kills a person, they don't get charged for murder as an adult. They get charged as a kid.
No, as a kid. So you end up doing like the maximum in juvie, and then you're released. Upon turning 18, then you're on probation. Yeah, because there's only some isolated moments in which you've had some children that were charged as adults.
Yeah.
Like if it's an incredibly heinous crime.
Yeah. If it's like some sicko
or
shit.
if there's a dude who's currently he's serving like 2 life sentences. He got charged when he was 14 in like the early 90s. He killed. It was supposed to just be a house, home robbery. And that's
but if it's like,
right.
It's like, yo, this guy distributed child porn, but he was 13, so he was a child. He distributed
there's loopholes around it because like you could revenge porn and stuff like that when you're a kid.
I remember that happening. Like kids are like that. So imagine these days, if a kid sees something on the internet, it's fucking going all across
it's
the
over.
school in the
It's
blink
fucking
of an
over.
eye.
Because even when I was in high school, there were dudes who was taping while they piping girls. There was girls who was taping like them doing stuff. And we used to have a I'll never forget this. We had a staircase. We used to call it Staircase D, right? Well, it was actually Staircase D, but we call it Staircase Deep Throw all this other because my freshman and sophomore year, the harlots was getting piped. Just inside that staircase. You got to go to science on the 3rd floor. You walk up in there, somebody's getting, derailed back there.
Derailed.
So it's just
not real derailed.
yeah,
It's
it's not even just it's derailed over there. You just walk in like, I'll take the other staircase.
Derailed. What's
And
another one?
People just
Derailed.
rearranged. Spinal tapped. Just out there. It's just woo.
Deflowered.
Deflowered. I mean, they was already deflowered by that point. If you found yourself in a
Double
staircase, it was
deflowered.
not your first time.
Oh
But
my God.
we used to call it Staircase D or whatever. So anytime that some dude, you'd be in class or whatever, like, you get to that point, you take Shorty, you go over there, can I go to the
Staircase
bathroom?
D.
Then I go to the bathroom too, you go over there, you do what you gotta do. But by the time I reached my sophomore, junior year, this was when Facebook really started reaching its apex. Like between 2008 to 2012, I think Facebook was like up there. Well, actually up until about 2014, because I think Instagram took off in like 2015. But around that time period, people would be recording what's going on, and then they wouldn't post it online, but you'd share it amongst each other.
Yep.
And I remember there was one particular girl where they ended up posting the video on Facebook.
R.I.P.
And when it got posted on Facebook, it went around school like that.
Yeah.
And then the first thing that I thought when this is my sophomore year, so I was 15. First of all, like, why would you record this and let alone let yourself be recorded? Because it's one thing if it's like you're from behind, you're just recording, you have no clue, versus you're on camera, making eye contact with the camera. You're setting yourself up.
Sometimes they don't have, they feel like they can't say no to that.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I think
Depending
women,
on the situation, 'cause I think it
during
varies
that
depending on the
vulnerable state,
situation.
they turn their brain off.
Right,
It's
but
kinda
with this particular girl and this dude, you knew the type of guy that he kind of, because he was a sleazeball and she was a whore, so you kind of knew what was gonna go down in this situation. And what made it so nasty about it was we all knew who her boyfriend was.
She had a boyfriend.
She had a boyfriend, but we all collectively had told the boyfriend, hey, you're dating a whore. This isn't you ever seen the meme of where the girls, there's a line of dudes who are naked and then the one dude in the suit and the flowers?
Yeah.
He was that guy. And we just tell him day by day, whenever we're roasting inside of the lunchroom or whatever, it's like, hey man, you're dating a whore. It's like, yeah, but she loves me though. She loves everybody.
Yeah, but I think it's different when you're 15 though. I think
you don't know any better.
Yeah,
you
I think
don't
it's
know
different
any
when you're
better.
15. Because I'm not gonna lie, there were some girls I was like, I love her. I was 15 years old. And then we weren't even dating. I was just I had crushes on girls, but I would have a crush on a girl and be like, oh my God, we're gonna end up together. And then she would date a dude, and I'd be like,
yeah, but
it wasn't meant to be.
This is like the school smut, if you would say. It's like the school
The bicycle.
Right, everybody gets a turn,
School bicycle.
It's just she's a shoe, and everybody
Blockbuster,
wears it.
Netflix.
It's bad. But make a long story short, she essentially, it didn't go viral, but amongst the school, it ended up going viral.
Yeah.
She was she had to end up transferring the next year because it just got so out of hand. Her parents ended up finding out about it and everything. And what was so hilarious about the whole situation was she tried to play innocent per se about, oh no, I didn't know. I'm like, fam, you interacting with the camera in the midst of the record. Of course, you didn't anticipate it getting posted, but you knew who it was that you were dealing with. We're all kids, but there comes a point which you have to have an understanding of what can happen. We know right from wrong. We know there's consequences for our actions.
I have a friend. He's a dog. He's like I just tell bitches I'm gonna jerk off to it, and they let me do it. I'm like, you're a dog.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna jerk off to this. Let me have this video, and then the girls just let him do it. It's so funny. So I think guys are dogs and they'll do it like that. But so now with social media, imagine what makes it worse is it's not, because before okay, you're on the camera, it's different, right?
Right.
Now it's you're humiliated because of your parents.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
And it's because if you even look at what happens with like fights, because fights have always been posted on social. Like, yo, if you get knocked out and you're in high school now, it's over. You might as well go to a different school because that video is gonna live forever because it goes outside of just the ecosystem of the school. Now, if you're in a situation where, let's just say, if your mother does OnlyFans or something like that, and your classmates gets a hold of the video, or maybe they take their parents' credit card or takes a gift card or something like that, and now they're paying for DMs and they get a private video. It's over for you. It's over for you. So at that point, I can only imagine what it's going to be like being a kid, because I'm pretty sure there's some high schoolers who are watching this right now who probably can tell a story about what their classmates is going through dealing with this stuff. So these next 15 years, this damn bullying amongst children is going to be fucking crazy.
Wild, yeah, and it's going to be out of pocket because of that digital footprint.
Yeah.
And you can find so much on the internet now, so it's like, I can't even imagine like what these kids are going to do.
Yeah, and if you think about like what happened with like the happening when people had their I think it was like mid 2010s. Yeah, the happening, even that in the late 2010s, where people had their a couple of celebrities had their not social media, but their emails and their phones. It all got hacked. So if they had a cloud, the iCloud, if you were Google Drives and everything,
why did I hear about this?
A ton of motherfuckers. I think Jennifer Lawrence was like #1 person who ended up getting their stuff.
So she got a tape.
Hacked, yeah, a couple of people, they had their stuff taped, videos, like private videos that they sent to somebody else, that stuff, all that shit got leaked to the public. So there was a ton of girls, you saw nudes. I think some dudes had like their dick pics or some shit like that released or whatever. I think Chris Evans might have had a nude that was released. It was somebody.
Yeah, I think Chris Evans, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
No, it was a whole group. There was somebody in the Avengers. There was a dude in the Avengers. I think it was Chris Evans though, because I remember there were people joking about Captain America and all this other stuff, but I think it was Chris Evans. But just a ton of like celebrities, they had their shit hacked.
Bro, here's my thing. As a man, why are you sending dick pics? That's crazy, bro. Yeah. I have never taken a dick pic, not once, ever in my life. Because one, what the fuck? Like, I don't think a girl would want to see a dick pic.
I don't think there's a way to make it attractive.
And dudes just send them anyway. Like,
I don't think there's a way to make it attractive.
Random dudes just send it anyway, so it's like fucking.
That's the wildest thing to me. Unsolicited dick pic out of nowhere. You just send it to shorty.
Wait, like, you're like, yo, let me just
bam. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? You got to be a crazy motherfucker, unhinged the dude to go and send dick pics. I don't understand.
You know what's funny? It's like completely unrelated, kind of related. You guys know that big black guy with the big black?
Yeah, the guy who's dead. Yo, that's the funniest fucking meme.
Me and my brother have been getting each other with that meme for the past like fucking 6 years.
I don't know if it was Vice. Somebody did a documentary on him. He's dead to the motherfucker right now.
Each other. There was one that was like, O.J. Simpson finally admits he did it, and then he clicked the link and it's the fucking guy.
How y'all just go? It's not even Rick rolling. What would you consider like? Dick rolling. I guess that's the case.
You know what fucked it up? You know how iPhones?
Oh my god.
You know how iPhones will they'll do like the fucking preview.
Oh yeah.
It ruined the entire thing because I sent it.
Yeah, they got those on Androids too. But we ain't talking about that right now.
Literally, we're just having.
Yeah.
We were having so much fun with that.
I don't know how people just go and they send like fucking dick pics out of nowhere. Something's wrong with dudes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. I saw a like a 20-minute.
Around, bro. Shit.
Hey, I saw a 20-minute
he didn't have enough blood for the rest of his body.
Yeah, they had a Vice documentary about it. I think something where they were talking about the background behind the meme and whatever the case was. I think he did it for money or something like that. And then here it is. That is ridiculous.
And it shows you the preview.
That is ridiculous. Oh my God! No, they did an edit with his face, and they started going crazy with that shit. It was just, oh my God, bro! The internet is undefeated. You can't. They don't take anything seriously on the internet.
Like my brother goes, check out this video I edited for you.
Oh my God!
It's literally just sending that shit over and over again.
And they said it terrorized his family or something like this. Every time they see him, he's dead now. So anytime you see him, you just see him just sitting there with just a schlong out. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Imagine that being your lasting legacy.
What compels you to take a picture like that, though? Oh, okay. Shit, my shit was that big, I'd probably be doing the same shit.
Nah, I don't know about all that. That's walking around with a baby arm and just constant freaking photos of that shit. Nah,
that's the dick pic I'll be sending to people.
Oh, no. Well, but that's just it's not even unflattering. He's just sitting there with a damn elephant trunk.
So funny.
That shit's just so random.
Do some shit like this. It's just
Oh my God.
Flaccid.
It looks like it's a LinkedIn profile photo. He just happens to be naked with his appendage out. It's just very disturbing. Good Lord, I don't know.
Because people are gonna watch this. If you're watching this, you know exactly which.
Yeah. I don't even want to give you a ref. Just know it's a well-endowed Mandingo warrior just sitting there with his, member just hanging towards it touches the water when he poops. Let's just go that. We'll just say that.
Everyone knows exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, it touches the water when he poops. Damn. But could you imagine, you just wake up in the morning as a lady,
that's why
just
the clouds are so beautiful right now. It's because that guy.
Hey, maybe he's up there.
The clouds like this.
Now, could you imagine? Wait, maybe they call him the Big Dipper up there. But could you imagine if you seen something hanging out the clouds that actually was him? That'd be crazy. That'd be fucking crazy. Oh, this is a nasty visual. Oh, where are we going with this? Yeah,
I already know I brought that up, to be honest.
Yeah, I figured that much. But yeah, I mean, as a kid, bullying, all this other stuff, we had a lot of fun being able to joke with each other as a kid now. I think now it's not, maybe because they're trying to enforce and, hey, you shouldn't make fun of each other. You can't say nothing.
It's natural. The fact that we laugh, those are the funniest things.
Right.
When you laugh at those types of things, those are the jokes you make with your friends. You can't really, so me and my friends sound so fucked up. We still bully a guy in our group chat. We don't tell him to his face, but we bully him in our group chat still.
Why don't you tell him to his face?
Because that's fucking mean.
No, it's not. I mean, as long as it's open for them to say it back to you.
We have the laughs together, but we still bully him in the group chat. And that's just how it's just so funny the shit we say. Because this dude's minding his business. He has a life now. He's doing his own thing.
Oh, is he not active in the group chat?
No, he's not in there. It's just a random stranger. We just bully him not stranger, but we know him. We used to make fun of him in high school, and then to this day, 10 years later, he still catches all the strays in our group chat.
Oh, that's crazy.
Our group chat name is involves roasting him. I don't know why.
Oh, that's crazy.
But it's just because that's how you are with your friends. You make fun of things.
Yeah, but I mean, you can let him in on the joke.
Nah, that's bullying.
Well, technically, if you guys aren't friends, then I guess, yeah.
Well,
so
okay,
there's
this
that.
is the context. The context is this guy is really just not socially awkward. I guess he's socially awkward.
Okay.
Little weird guy, and he'll post things like selfies and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you post this ever in your wildest dreams? Or he'll try to talk to girls on Twitter.
Okay. Oh, publicly.
Well, I'll show it here. Let me show you guys.
Oh, that's interesting.
I can't put it in the edit though.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Just a selfie. He'll just take a selfie.
I don't know if I should be involved in this.
And then
because I DM him.
What?
I would DM him.
These guys are talking shit about you.
No, I'm hey man, you look weird, man. What's going on? And then but then if he messaged me back, you look weird too. I'm like, yes, all right. Now we got some dialogue because every time.
Nah, but I don't think this guy's very timid.
Okay.
So I felt bad. I was like, yo, let's give him a shot. I'm gonna have a yacht party. Listen, if you respond, first person to respond to the story, you're gonna get invited to this. And in reality, or else I'm gonna give away one spot. But in reality, I was just gonna give it to him if he responded.
Okay.
Get him on a boat. This is before I was married. Get him on a boat with a bunch of women. Boy, have a time of your life. The dude watched the story, didn't even respond, bro.
Pain.
That's
Should have hit him
on
up.
Twitter, freaking, trying to flirt with girls.
Oh, was
in
he?
The open.
What was it? Weird flirting? Are your panties for sale?
No, he's not a weirdo. If he was a weirdo, it'd be weird to make fun of him because he's a nice guy, but it's super
No game.
He's a where my hug at. He's a where my hug at. That is the ultimate where my hug at.
Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah.
And then there'll be fucking cam girls, talking on. Posting some shit. He was like, hey, it was great to talk to you today.
Yeah, I had a couple of classmates like that. Yeah, I had a couple of classmates like
that. Nice guy. I've been cool with him. My friends have been cool with him. But bro, we're oh my God.
Yeah, we used to make fun of guys like that in high school, but then we tell them in the midst of because it wouldn't just be on some.
But it's just bullying. I feel like it's bullying at that point.
No, it depends on if it's in good nature because I should say not in good faith, but if it's in good nature because if it's one of those things all right, I say something about you, but when you say something about me, I'm not. Oh no, what the fuck you said? I'm not, as long as you leave the door open to where we can have banter back and forth, I think it's cool because you'll feel like it's your. Now I don't want to say you feel like you're part of the boys.
But if you're punching down, it's it doesn't really, because then if they're like, oh, you're mean, and they just ignore you, they internalize it. It's punching down.
Well, yeah, but then I think if you leave the door open to where you can be friends, then at that point it doesn't come off that way. Because I immediately off the top of my head, I remember there was a couple of guys who when we were in high school that we would make fun of all the time. But the way that we would do it, we'd leave it open to where if they said something back, the whole group, oh, yo, he got you back. So you don't feel like, because these two dudes could as easily, you know, evolved into school shooters. So you had to do what you had to do to make sure something like that, you know, don't happen. But still, till this day, if I was to go and make a joke about one of them, I'd still say it too. I wouldn't say it behind, you know, your back. I'd say it to you.
Well, no, we can't do it because it's just funny for us to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, in a situation like that, it's a part of your childhood, so it works.
It's not like we have no malice. Yeah. It's just more so like just funny.
Yeah, that's
because
fair. That's fair.
It's like, I don't know, it's like cringy for us. We're like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, some people put some weird stuff online. I'm not even gonna hold you. Some people really do put some weird stuff online, especially on Twitter of all places. Like, I'll never understand how when somebody hits you with a "this you," I will never get caught with a "this you" tweet. From like Twitter, because anything that I ever put up on there, it was never something that looked incredibly shameless or all this other stuff, but it's all done in a humorous fashion. It's never done in like a serious, oh my God, hey, what's your number? Oh, can I see this? Like when I shot my shot at Mackenzie Bezos after they had gotten the divorce, everything was public. But if somebody like, yo, you were lusting after this, I'm like, oh, it wasn't. I was doing this for comedic purposes. It's clearly a joke. I'm not. But some people, they put some weird things public. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's compromising. I have, I guess, some tweets. I deleted them, but I had some tweets where I was saying the N-word. But it was never like calling someone the N-word. It's more like, I'm a real ass N-word.
Oh, yeah. You know, somebody just got caught up in that with high schooler. I think they had just got a scholarship, and they pulled up all of the comments on TikTok, and the school ended up pulling it back. So you got this digital footprint is no joke.
No joke.
It's no joke.
They got Kevin Hart because he said the F word.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. Nobody's safe, bro. In this cancel culture, this digital footprint, like, you post anything, is coming back to haunt you. Unless you never amount to nothing. I guess that's the one thing. Like, one thing I'm realizing, when people comment on stuff, it's like people that don't plan on doing anything ever.
Right.
So they don't
At
really
least not
like,
being in the public eye, right?
Yeah, so they don't really have to worry about it. But like when you're trying to accomplish something, you gotta fucking.
And I think it all depends on what you're trying to accomplish too.
Because there's some people that like have regular ass jobs.
Right. And they pull it up.
Say something, they'll do all the research on this person, fucking figure out where they work, get them fired from their job. They have like 100 followers.
There's some people who fucking live off that shit too. Like this is what they wake up in the morning and like, all right, who can I get, you know, fired from their job, or whose day can I ruin?
They only want to do it to people they know they could hurt.
Right.
You know, I saw Andrew Tate. He's been posting wild on Twitter. He's saying like the hard R N-word.
Oh yeah. He's leveraging, you know, being half
Andrew
black,
Tate has been saying like the hard R N-word on Twitter all the time, but like people don't even care anymore because they know they can't really get him in trouble.
Yeah.
So like when people like try and like dox you or get you in trouble, get you fired from your job, they only care because they're like, oh, I could use this as ammo to get this person fired. But with him, they're like,
you have no leverage. You have no power over him.
Yeah, there's literally nothing I could do. Like, it's pointless to even.
And I saw a skit that he did. It popped up on my Instagram actually today, this morning, where he the same girl who they were saying.
I saw that. That's
that they were saying for the that he had abused and everything like that.
There was a video like of him like abusing a girl.
Yeah, 10 years ago with a belt. Where he was.
I saw it. I'm like, oh shit! Like he's like choking this bitch out and like hitting her with a belt. I'm like, yo, this is kind of scary. But like he says, like it was like just rough. Like
they were doing like role play and kind of
S&M
into that
shit.
stuff, S&M shit. And she herself, because they said she was a victim, she herself had came out like, no, that was all game. That's what we were doing and everything.
But I saw that video.
Right, and they had her listed as a victim. Like there was the Romanian situation. They had it all. Like, hey, she was abused. She was a victim. She constantly denounced it. Like, no, he never did any of that other stuff. This was just game. He didn't abuse me, nothing. And now, recently, I saw the skit where it's the two of them, and then he knocks on the door, rings the doorbell, she opens up the door, and I didn't know what it was first. And then when I looked in the comments, like, yo, that's the same girl. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like,
so I
Googled
legendary. And he did a skit with just to piss the people off.
So he opens the video with that video of him like hitting that girl. And I'm like, yo, why would he post this? And then it's like 2014 and it's that video, and then it goes to like 2024 and he knocks on the door. He's like, hey. She's like, hey, it's been a long time. I'm like, yeah, what you been up to?
Yeah.
And then he goes,
I've
he goes, went to jail, still a boss.
Right, and he's like, yeah, your ass got bigger.
And then like he takes his belt off,
Yep,
and then they go into the room.
Yeah, and then they close. Then the
they
video
go into the room,
cuts.
they close the door. I'm like, that's fine. That's great marketing.
Because you legitimately take what they thought was ammo that could be used against you. Like, yeah, this doesn't really affect me. In fact, I'll use what you think is your trump card as humor right back in your direction. So when you're in a situation where you're almost unfuckwittable per se, because you have so much,
unfuckwittable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody probably got that, trademarked or copyrighted for sure. I think it was a title of a couple of songs or some shit like that. But once you get to that point where it doesn't affect you anymore, then you're almost uncancelable. Like, I think Marlon Wayans had said, like, cancel culture only works, or I should say, the people who are trying to cancel you were never really fans of you anyway. It'll never come from the inside.
Well, I think also with the internet now, you can't really cancel people. Like Aiden Ross, he made his whole thing. I don't know where he's been, by the way. He's been missing.
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't follow him like that.
His clothing brand's called Brand Risk, because like it's hard. He can't get people to go on his stream because he's a brand risk, right? Like Kai Cenat gets every single fucking celebrity.
Everybody.
Aiden Ross can't get any celebrity because he's a brand risk. So he made it a whole like thing. But because he has such a big following and he does his own thing and he uses the internet, you can't really cancel him anymore because he's gonna have his people that watch his shit no matter what.
And he'll actually be able to stay around, not forever, but during this time period. Because if you're somebody who's able to attract 50,000, because I think he's probably in the top 5 streamers. I don't know where he falls on the list, but he's got to be top 5. Right, because he got like a $200 million deal with Kick. But because you're in that position to where you're able to generate tens of thousands of people to go and tune in when you go live, like consistently, because Kai Cenat can have 75,000 people watch a damn stream.
Yeah.
Even if this platform, let's say, nah, we're canceling. We don't want him to have him over here anymore. Okay, cool. So I'll go to this platform. I'm bringing 75,000 people watching me live. So even if a brand is like, oh, fuck, he has enough leverage to where it's like, oh, no, fuck you. I have fuck you money.
Yeah, Twitch would lose money.
Right.
By losing Kai Cenat. He would go to Rumble. He'd go, pretty sure they banned him for a little bit. He did end up going to Rumble.
Yeah.
Then they let him back on.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different because he did a show with what's that kid's name? Speed. Yeah, he did a show with that kid Speed, and they were around for a bit. But once you're able to generate that amount of people, you can do whatever the fuck you want, really, because you can get away with a shit ton of things. Because if you say something here and they're like, oh, we're gonna cancel you for that, you still have a large percentage of your core audience is like, nah, fuck that. He wasn't wrong, and they still gonna roll with you.
The tide is changing, bro. Shit is moving I think it went like. It used to be like that, and then cancel culture got super crazy for a little bit, where everyone was scared to say anything.
Yeah.
And then people realized like cancel culture is kind of boring because you can't say shit. So it's kind of moving in the direction of like, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want again.
Right, because I think the percentage of people at the beginning who were getting canceled were people who didn't have the leverage to say, fuck you, you can't cancel me.
Or they had a platform that they didn't control. So like Kai Cenat controls his platform.
Yeah.
He's the brand, right? Like let's say you're I don't know, Kevin Hart, you're a movie star.
Right.
Your platform is like these people that do movies. So it's like, oh, no one wants to make a movie with Kevin Hart anymore.
Right.
Because he got canceled.
And you would have to ultimately, you know what I mean? He has, I think it's like Heartbeat Studio. I forget what the name is, but
so now theoretically,
he could make his own, make his own film. Like for example, The Rock, Dwayne the Ad Johnson. He's somebody he's very even keel. He has no, strong stance on anything. And he's somebody who can't take a hard stance on whatever. He has to say what the populace will, kind of roll with, because he's the most followed celebrity, like influencer kind of situation, or personality, I should say. He's the most followed.
Johnson.
Right, because it's either athletes or something else.
That shit is out of control. I see the tequila brand. I'm like, oh, that fits you. Like real masculine guy. I went to Target. This motherfucker's on he has a shampoo brand. I'm like, you have no fucking hair.
You have no fucking hair. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
At the pictures, he's like this. With the bottle of shampoo, he's like this. I'm like, bruh, I'm not buying fucking shampoo.
It's like the Shaq pregnancy test 10 years ago.
Shampoo from your fucking.
You have no hair. How can he's like, yeah, if I had hair, this is what I would use. But you don't. Yeah, Shaq had a pregnancy test
thing. Funny. What is it called?
Like 15 years ago. I forget what it was called, but it was a Shaq.
Crazy.
No, I think it was just Shaq pregnancy test. Like Shaq is somebody who has an ad for everything.
Shaq the ad O'Neal.
Right. Might as well him and Dwayne are in the same spot to where you can't take a hard stance on on whatever because you'll risk losing sponsors, and you want to continue to stay there. Now, granted, they have enough money to where they can say, fuck you, I'm good, but they still want to be in the limelight and still grow and things of that nature. So if you're in a position
and
like...
I think that age is dying a little bit because people see through it now.
Well, yeah, that's what's happening with The Rock, where he's losing followers and all the other shit.
They're like, I don't really care about, like, everything you do is fucking, you're a sellout. When people know you can be bought, they don't want to fuck with anything you sell anymore. You have become a billboard.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Unless you know, you're honest about it. What? I think if you say it from the beginning, like, hey, you know, I'm an ad slave, or I'm just trying to accumulate enough money to do this, and then once I'm done with this, then fuck everything else. Maybe the people will roll with you. But the way The Rock does it is he tries to come off as genuine, so you know it's bullshit.
And then he launches like 20 brands, and it's kind of like, bro, at this point, you're not passionate about anything. You're doing all this for the money.
Right, like when he had the Project Rock with like the merchandise and everything. Then he has like the Zoa energy drink.
Yeah.
Then you have the Tequila. Yeah. Then you have a bunch of different things. And when he started doing the post of, oh, this is my first time going to In-N-Out. This is my third time ever having Chick-fil-A. This is what, and the people are like, wait a minute, you did this same post a couple of years ago. Oh yeah, haha. You know, I must have forgotten or whatever. Then you have this cheat meal where you're eating like 10,000 fucking pancakes and all this other horse shit. That's not, you know, verifiable. So it gets to a point where you're like, hey, you know, the
celebrity is dead.
It's like not working.
The old school because back in the day it was a celebrity and you're like, oh wow, a celebrity. Right. Now people like this genuine interaction. That's why streamers are so big, because you see like the real person and you don't feel like, oh, this is some celebrity that's like unattainable. This is a regular guy. Right,
because now you have people who you can get access to.
Yeah, it's
Before,
a regular
when
guy.
you were a celebrity, I didn't see you like that. It's almost like when I think it was Denzel was giving the example to, was it Chris Rock? I think it was Chris Rock, where he was talking about you being a television celebrity versus a movie celebrity. The people who are watching you on TV feel like they know you more because you're inside their house much more frequently. Versus if I'm in a movie, you see me maybe once, twice a year, and it's only when it's in theaters. So at that point, you feel like, oh no, we're cool, we're friends. Oh no, it was Steve Harvey he was telling it to. So with all that being said, now with streamers and internet celebrities, you're in a situation where I post. You follow damn near the whole thing, so you feel like you're on the journey with me.
What's crazy, that's what worked for the Kardashians. They did reality TV, so they're like, oh, with the Kardashians, they felt like they know them. What's crazy is like, it's just perception. It's not even real life. So great example, Aiden Ross has a $200 million contract, bro. He's not a regular guy. He's not like, oh, that's one of the boys. The motherfucker has a $200 million contract.
Right.
He's swimming in money. But because he goes live and he streams like, hey, chat, what's up, chat?
Yep.
Oh, thanks for the donation. Thanks, chat. It's like, they're like, oh yeah, he's just a regular guy, but bro, he has a $200 million contract.
Yeah.
He can fucking buy whatever he wants. He has security guards and managers and accountants and like people handling his money. Like, he's very far from a regular.
Right. But it has the appearance of that. And I think that's, even myself, I'm trying to get more into like perception. The IRL streams and everything, because Speed almost does the same thing. I jumped into, I think he was live on YouTube, had like 60,000 people watching or something like that. And I found it so interesting because at first he was just sitting down reacting to videos. He's pretty much doing the same thing that you would do at home. The difference is he has a bunch of people who wants to watch him react to some shit. Then from there, he just goes about his regular day, but it's all live and on camera. And people feel like, yo, it's similar to what you said with the Kardashians, where it's keeping up with the Kardashians. Now I feel like I'm keeping up with everything that you got going on with life. So I feel like I'm right there with you. So it's like when people say I have an internet friend, although it's a parasocial, I guess, relationship to where it's just one-sided, you feel like you're a part of that.
Right.
So it's where now the internet celebrity is also way stronger than...
Well, even with my audience, like I'll get DMs when I post something, like people that have been following me for 4 years, they're like, I remember when you did this. I'm like, bruh, that's crazy.
And it'd be wild because you probably don't even remember.
I don't remember it, but it's like they'll bring something up from 4 years ago. I'm like, that's wild because they feel like they know me because they've watched my life on the internet. A really crazy one, we've been testing it. This is just with our ads. Back in the day, you used to film like really high quality videos with editing and like all that stuff, effects. That's what used to work. Now the ads that work the best are literally fucking, hey, like just real casual, just content in general. I'll pick up my phone and just talk to my phone for like 40 seconds. Right. And those are the videos that'll like hit.
Because people are looking for the authentic, real life, no enhancement kind of stuff
I need
now.
to be so bad. Okay.
And it's very
Continue
important
this
to
tangent.
be, I'll take it from here. But it's very important to be in a situation to where you don't separate yourself, because it goes back to what I've always thought with how when you start to ascend, whether it be with fame, whether it be financially, you lose relatability. So I think if you're always relatable, at that point, you'll always have the people, you'll always have the notoriety, you'll always be able to go and grow, because the people fucking feel like they know you and you're not completely separated. If I was to have a camera follow me around every single day, and it doesn't seem as if my life is super extravagant, I'm down to earth, we're not doing some stuff that you can't even fathom. Versus if I'm somebody I'm on a trip to Dubai on Monday, then I'm on a plane to Monaco on Wednesday, and then I'm over somewhere in the Maldives on Friday. That's something that's not attainable. At that point, we're no longer relatable at all. But if I'm inside my parents' house on Monday, we're having a birthday dinner or something like that. Then on Tuesday, I go to the post office to go drop off my mail. Then Wednesday, I'm over at the DMV wasting time for 2 hours having to get my ID, renewed or whatever. You're like, well, I just dealt with this. I had to deal with this. So now you feel like, oh no, we're much closer in your mind than you are to somebody who's living a life of luxury and everything of that nature. So you want to keep that relatability there, and especially now in business and everything of that nature, like what Renee said regarding with ads, you have it to where it feels real and it's not fabricated, because a lot of people are living fake lives online and it's become so noticeable. I think I made a video about it myself.
It turns people off when they look at someone's life and it looks fabricated.
Right.
But when it's like open and vulnerable, they're like, oh, I like this.
Especially vulnerability. I think that's the biggest thing, because there's a shit ton of people who feel like their lives are unseen.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if you follow somebody and you don't feel like you're heard, like one of the greatest things you could ever do for like streamers or anything is just reply to somebody's comment. Or if you're in a live stream, you shout somebody out. Not to be like, oh man, love this dude, he's great and all this other stuff. But if somebody writes, oh man, how was your day? Or I should say, if it's something that's more specific of like, man, today kind of sucked. I failed, my math quiz or something like that. And you're like, oh no, back when I was a kid, I failed the math quiz too. Now you feel like, oh, I'm seen.
Yeah.
So if you now acknowledge the person who's viewing, they're gonna feel like, oh no, I could be much more involved with this person.
It's a small 10-second interaction is better than no interaction. It's like 10 times better. So a live stream, it's like, it doesn't have to be like a fucking conversation. It could be like, oh yeah, like I remember when, Chiseled Adonis, appreciate you, bro, thank you. Like they get that, they're like, oh, this is great. Like I thought about it. I was watching the Kai Cenat Kevin Hart stream. I'm like, damn, he's shouting people out. I was like, it would be sick to get Kevin Hart to like acknowledge me, because Kevin Hart was reading it. I'm like, let me donate like $100. See if Kevin Hart can say my name, because that's cool as fuck. I don't know why I wanted to do it, but I was like, I see why this works.
Right.
Because you get that
Yeah, because I'm on a way smaller scale than Kai Cenat. And I have moments in which during the live stream, there's just some people who will legitimately donate just to say some wild sus shit to get my reaction to stuff. Because my gimmick is like, somebody will say something wild, I'll take out the flashlight. So it'll be like, hey, what's going on? Like make it seem as if it's an interrogation. Like, why would you say this? What made you think you could say this? So I have stuff like that I'll do, and people will always want to go and interact for shit like that. And then furthermore, even with
I donated one time.
Yeah, you did. You popped into one of the streams before. I think it was like during a playoff game or some shit like that. I remember you popped on. Oh wow, shout out Renee. Look what's going on. I bet you're wearing the Lakers shorts right now. What are you wearing? So it's
Monday,
just,
baby.
So it's you want to be able to go and interact, and it means a lot to people. And then if you want to take things a step further, like I have, like whether it's been going to support people at like where they have marriages or something. Like one of my subscribers who had gotten married, I went to his wedding. He told me then he was going to open up like a food business, like a food truck or something like that. He sent me the message legitimately 2 days ago that he just started and everything. I told him, hey, I'm going to fly down to South Carolina. I don't know when. Before the summer's over, I want to support your business. I told you I'd be your first customer. Maybe I might not be the first customer now, but I'll be amongst, one of your first, and that'll be pretty cool. So I try to keep that door open with my subscribers, my followers, so that they know we have a relationship
that is
that's
cool as
there,
fuck.
but don't open the door so much so it's like, hey, yeah, you know, I'm going to the gym, or I should say, hey, I'm gonna go take a shower. Want to come with? Like, it's not gonna be something like that, but you leave the door open to where it's like, I have that access that's there, so you feel like we could actually be cool in real life versus something to where you're like The Rock. You don't feel like, oh man, I could be The Rock's friend.
Yeah, this
but you feel like you could be
trying to sell me
Chisel Donna's
shampoo
friend.
with no hair.
Right? There's no way.
Who let him do that, bro?
I don't know, but he must have gotten paid a shit ton of money for something like that.
Like, me and my friend were talking about it. Celebrities, you got to inspect them sometimes. Because, like, some of them do a great job. Mm-hmm. Some of them are, like, a little... Like, Kylie Jenner with the makeup, it's a perfect fit for Kylie Jenner's audience.
Perfect, yeah, absolutely.
That's why she made so much money.
Yeah.
Kendall Jenner doing the tequila, it's a little weird.
Random as hell.
Yeah, she
Random
did
as
Bad
hell.
Bunny to, like, make it fit. I don't know.
Yeah, funny enough, when because I think that 818 they had gotten sued for some shit for like the design, I guess, or something. But when I saw she was doing the tequila, that's when I said, wait a minute, everybody has a fucking alcohol now. Because I used to purchase a bunch of different, like trying different celebrity alcohol, and I guess she must have had it for some years. What the fuck does Kylie Jenner know about?
Yeah.
Where's this coming from?
I think the issue is tequila's like the best money maker because it's like it's. Because energy drinks are good too, but like this cost me what, $3?
Yeah.
A bottle of tequila you could charge fucking
you
30,
can upcharge
40,
it like crazy, right?
50, yeah. So it's like the markup is crazy, and then people just buy it over and over and over again. You know,
everybody, and alcohol is a business that'll be around for ever.
It's a great business, like
because it's a great vice for people.
Conor McGregor, low-key, kind of like not he pioneered it, but like he did great. Like he sold his shit for like fucking 500 million.
Yeah, 100 plus, like multiple hundred. You know, for that. And Proper 12 is it's all right, but there's a ton of different people who got alcohol and everything that's out there.
Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy. He had he was with Ciroc at first. In fact, I think he might have because Ciroc was before Proper 12.
Yeah.
And I think Diddy might have been the first.
Now you know who the GOAT with all the alcohol
in the 2000s because Ciroc was in the 2000s.
George Clooney.
Yeah, with Casamigos. With Casamigos.
He killed that shit,
who
bro.
the fuck was the first like celebrity endorsed? It's before my time for sure. Somebody had to be.
Ryan Reynolds has Aviation Gin.
Yeah.
They all got their alcohol brands right now.
Yeah, The Rock with Terramana.
Kevin Hart,
Gran Coramino, which is very good. That's probably my favorite Blanco. That I had from there.
He's doing a great job with that too. That's why he did Kai Cenat stream. I'm like, this is good.
Yeah, because even when he did his last stand-up show, and he had his thing that he had both of the stuff there, so he understands the brand. He had both the Añejo and the other one.
And he's not going too crazy with the ads.
Right.
Like he has a couple things. He has the Gran Coramino. He has all the movies, obviously. Harvey Productions, but that's not really an ad. That's like content to consume.
Right.
So there's not that. And he has what's the other one? Fabletics? Fabletics.
Yeah, Fabletics.
But he's not like he doesn't promote the fuck out of it. He's not like too much like
Right. It doesn't come off like I guess like The
Rock is everything is an ad.
Yeah,
like,
everything's an ad. Everything's an ad. Because he's always shouting something out randomly, like, "All right, you came on, you in the gym. What the hell you have tequila in the gym for? Where's this coming from?" Like, I got my Terramana on the rocks, best pre-workout. Also, here's my Zone energy drink over here that I gotta make sure to drink. And made these new Project Rock sneakers. Like, fam, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What's going on? This is ridiculous. And I hear he carries like he doesn't carry, but he travels with the trailer because the gym is inside of a like an 18-wheeler. So whenever he would go somewhere, the gym follows with him. So Rock is not somebody who goes to like a regular fucking gym, or maybe he'll like, all right, I'm in a different city, let me go find
how would he?
Gold's gym. No, because he's too big to where
he has to have his own gym.
It's almost like Cat Williams doesn't like to fly, so he travels everywhere by tour bus. So there's certain points where you get to levels that you always have access to something. Whatever. And with The Rock, he has to work out. So that's something that he would have to move with. Now that makes me wonder. We could close with this. Like let's just say you get to your level of fuck you money. What's one thing that you can't live without?
You know what, man? I'm not like a crazy person like that. I don't really need. Who's this? My mom's phone? That's David's phone.
Pain.
You're good.
Yeah, you're all right.
No, I don't really need anything. I'm not a person that would be like, yo, I need this. Like, I need nothing. If I had unlimited money, no responsibilities, I could raw dog life. Literally have nothing. I could raw dog it. I wouldn't need anything. In my current life, I need my phone, obviously, for everything.
Yeah.
But, for what happened? Nothing? But for my regular life, now I need my phone. That's the one thing I need no matter where I go. I could travel anywhere in the world. As long as I have my phone, I'm okay. But if I had just unlimited money, didn't really have to worry, I could care less. I don't need anything.
Yeah, I think for me, it truly, if I had unlimited money, if there's one thing that I probably can't go without, I wouldn't say I have my own traveling gym, but probably like a plane. I think a plane, just.
Can't go without a plane?
Huh? Well, shit. Actually, no. It's just like access to a plane. Yeah, can't go without a plane. It would work. Let's see here. What could it be? Maybe not so much a car. Unlimited water. I mean, that comes with money. Water? Phone?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I don't really need anything.
How does it work? How would I word this differently to where it's like The Rock has a trailer of a gym that he has to have that with him wherever he goes. It's a fucking
that's
gym.
That's because of his career. But like, if he didn't really care about like that shit.
Yeah, if he didn't care about his aesthetic, then.
Yeah, because I would only need my phone. Everywhere I go, I would just need my phone. But
yeah,
I know
an
what you
internet
mean.
connection, I guess.
Internet connection.
Yeah. Probably stay plugged in. Because I think I could live a life unplugged from, the world.
If I had unlimited money, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, because I've always thought about what life off the grid would be like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Now that I think about it, I have to give that some thought.
That's why I'm going off the grid for fucking this New York episode,
I have to give that some thought. Yeah, right? That was my question. Now I have to give that some thought. It just popped into my mind, but only because I thought about The Rock in the trailer. Now I got to think about that.
I think a better way is like, what would you bring around that's cool?
Yeah, what would you always have with you?
An excessive amount of money, but like you could the only reason you could do it is because it costs a lot of money, but he's The Rock.
Yeah.
So like, what would you bring with you if you had like unlimited money like that to just take with you? Traveling gym, don't care.
Traveling gym, what could it be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Golly, I don't know. Maybe it's a question for the popular.
Not a very good question.
It seems like a question, like you don't want to have a profound answer, but I don't know. I really don't know. If you had unlimited amounts of money, what's one thing that you would, need to have around? Because for The Rock, it's like he's got hundreds of millions of dollars, or even tens of millions of dollars if you want to. He's still in a well-off position, but he has to have a gym with him.
My particular life, like I'm thinking about now, like I just retired my mom, so I bring her to take care of the baby, clean, cook. That's like one thing that I need a lot.
Yeah, always take your mom everywhere.
So literally, like we're gonna go off the grid for a little bit. Hop on the PJ.
Yeah.
Go to New York.
So you use a jet. Get yourself a plane. Get yourself a plane.
My wife doesn't like the idea because she says it's a waste of money, but gonna get around to it.
Yeah, I think I'll go. I'll say internet connection. I think, but then at the same time, I don't really care too much about the internet like that. Just so I have an answer.
I think me and you have the same view on the internet. It's a tool to make money.
Yeah.
But I don't need to be on it 24/7.
Right.
I could care less. Sometimes I want to break from it. It's just hard because I work. So like, my phone needs to be by me. I need to check every like couple hours to make sure that my life isn't falling apart.
Boy, this is gonna have me up at 4 a.m.
I'm
curious. We'll ask the populace. What is something, if you had an unlimited amount of money, what's something that you need to have around? Is it your phone? Is it your pet? Is it a family member? And the only reason why I didn't say family member is because I know that it's going to come a point in which it comes to, you're going to have to pass at one point. There's no way, like, this isn't Dragon Ball Z. I want to be, everlasting life. It doesn't work like that. But what is one thing that if you had an endless amount of money that you would need to be around? Let it be known in the comment section. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we appreciate you once again tuning in to yet another episode of the Assiduous Podcast. I am the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the chiseled Adonis. He is a serial entrepreneur, Filipino Prince Tycoon, Rene Lacard, and we are Assiduous.
Nailed it.